Oh, hello, Vancouver. I've been looking forward to visiting you for quite some time. Everyone always talks about beautiful British Columbia. And well, I got that FOMO, so I was eager to see it. So, it's finally happening. Of course, to maximize my experience, I decided to take an early bird flight and arrive to the city at 8 a.m. Yes, I'm exhausted, but wow, it sure is worth it. I took a little ferry boat to Granville Island. One thing I learned is that there is a lot of water transportation here, like boat taxis basically, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Granville Island is basically like a big floating shopping market on water. I mean, it's on an island, so it's technically on land, but that land is surrounded by water, so you just feel really cool being there. I mean, look at this view. So pretty. There are tons of fun shops on Granville Island. One of the shops I visited was a broom shop, and I was completely swept up by how unique this shop was. Get it? Swept. Anyways, one thing the shop owner told me is that they even have special left-handed brooms for muggles like me. Another fun place was a French macaroon spot, and their flavors were so cool. Boston cream pie, strawberry lychee, gin fizz, just to name a few. This place had some of the best macaroons I've ever tasted. The next day, I went to Science World, and they had a dinosaur exhibit that was pretty epic. Plus, I saw their fun little science show where they explained the physics of mixing Mentos and Coke together. Ah, such a classic experiment. Oh, and I didn't know who these two guys were, but they seemed pretty chill. The next day, I made a quick stop at a farmer's market in the morning, and then I took a bus over to Kitsilano Beach. The weather couldn't have been better. It was a little windier than I might have preferred, but overall, sunny, clear skies and a fantastic view of the mountains in the distance. Of course, my cameraman chose to focus in on the seagull that waddled behind me. Yup. It is pretty cute though. Afterwards, I thought I'd meander to Canada's largest aquarium. That's right, Vancouver Aquarium also happens to be in the top 5 largest aquariums in North America as well. There were a lot of fun experiences, exhibits, and even a 4D theater to enjoy. The jellyfish especially were quite mesmerizing. Animals were located both in indoor and outdoor sections of the aquarium. Outdoors, you can see the Marine Mammal Rescue Exhibit, which is one of the largest rescue facilities in the world. After aiding distressed marine animals, including seals and sea lions, the center releases them back to their local waters. Oh, and just around the corner, you can see the penguins, which were absolutely adorable. Here's a closer look at them. They're just chillin' like villains. Oh, what I would do to go penguin sledding. After a long day of adventure, I enjoyed some much-deserved ramen for dinner. And yes, it did taste as delicious as it looks. Then, I felt super bloated, so I walked it off by heading to the harbor for a nighttime view. Today is the day that might be my favorite part of the trip. I'm talking about the magnificent Stanley Park, which also happens to be Vancouver's largest and most beloved park. Why is it so awesome? Because you can enjoy so many unique sceneries here. You get views of the water, mountains, trees, and beaches. I decided to experience the park by renting a bike for a few hours. This was definitely the way to go. You get to ride along the famous Vancouver sea wall, which has the world's longest uninterrupted waterfront path. The seawall is divided into two sections, one for walking and one for cycling. As I biked through Stanley Park, I even got to see the inside of a tree, so that was pretty cool. I mean, whoa. There are so many trails around here as well, so this park leaves you wanting to come back for more each time. As I started heading back, I definitely took a break at the beach. I mean, how cool is it that there is a beach at the park? You don't see that every day. It's just so lovely here. I wish I had more time to stay, but my bike rental time is almost up. After that workout, I was hungry. I spotted this cute little dumpling spot, and yes, those are colored dumplings. Of course, I tried them and was not disappointed. I think I took a nap next, and suddenly it was time to eat again. My friend recommended this Mexican spot, and let me tell you, I was an adventurous eater here. I tried elote with roasted crickets. Yes, I know that sounds weird, but I'm always down to try something new. The crickets tasted like crunchy chips. I also had these delicious beef tacos with popcorn sprinkled on top. We stopped by another restaurant that was famous for its Caesars. Why? Because it's literally a meal and a drink combined. Look, my drink had onion rings and fried shrimp on top, and his had a whole freaking burger. Then we finished off the night at a tiki bar, and my friend insisted that we get this giant conch shell drink. It was on fire, so that was my favorite part. I think they light the sugar cubes on fire over a lime. Kids, don't try this at home. On the last day of my trip, I took a stroll to the harbor again, where I saw a seaplane take off. They're like normal planes, but instead of using, land, they use the sea. It took a while for that plane to take off, and I stood there waiting to capture the moment, but it was worth it, kinda. I mean, it looks like a tiny speck on the camera by the time it flies up and out of the water. Then I walked by Canada Place, an iconic national landmark that welcomes visitors and ships to the area. I was hoping there would be a cruise ship docked nearby, and huzzah! I was indeed correct. Cruise ships often stop here for Vancouver. This port is especially awesome because it's walking distance to Gastown, a place filled with shops and even this cool steam clock that was built in 1977. Also, I visited the University of British Columbia, and someone had this random robot dogs dancing around. So that was something. And it's time to say goodbye, but of course, I couldn't leave without one final ice cap from Timmy's. Delicious. Thanks for joining me on this vivacious Vancouver adventure. Let me know if you think you'll add Vancouver to your travel bucket list. Otherwise, ciao for now and have a relaxing rest of your day.